Nearly 60 million people over the age of 12 used illicit drugs in 2020, according to the National Survey on Drug Use and Health. Yoga as part of addiction treatment has become increasingly popular in the mental and behavioral health fields. I talked to one yoga instructor who overcame his own battles to help others. Jacob Daffner struggled with drugs and alcohol nearly 9 years ago, and nothing seemed to be helping until he found yoga.
It was kind of new and confusing and challenging, but I loved how I felt at the end of it.
Now Daffner says he's found an appreciation for yoga, as it was an integral part of his sobriety journey and passion for his job today.
One of the things I love is full circle. I get to come back to places like Scottsdale Recovery Center and teach yoga here 4 or 5 times a week, which is amazing.
A movement in the substance abuse rehab field is emphasizing using yoga for much more than just trendy athletic clothing.
I think it's a very important part to establish full dimensional wellness, and I think yoga, especially with Jacob and Spiritually Fit, I think it's a very much needed component that has finally introduced itself to the recovery modalities.
I mean, yoga was kind of like some places did it at behavioral health centers and addiction recovery facilities, and therapists would recommend it. Fast forward 8-9 years, and you can't find a place without it.
According to American Addiction Centers, yoga encourages people to eat better and improves quality of sleep that may be disrupted by drug or alcohol withdrawal symptoms. Studies show yoga activates the parasympathetic nervous system to help boost mood and energy, especially for those suffering from post-acute withdrawal syndrome or symptoms that surface months after they get clean. All in all, it's pretty simple. Moving and breathing makes you feel good. John Kingsley is a California yoga instructor who also struggled with substance abuse. He says yoga is great, but not as a one-size-fits-all treatment for addiction.
It's become more part of the everyday culture than it ever has. I just think we need to be careful that we don't get too locked in to wanting it to be the end-all. And that's something I see a lot in.
Daffner teaches classes for addiction recovery and says yoga as a supplemental treatment tool can do wonders if clients stick to it.
The people that get committed to the stuff that works while they're in treatment and continue to do it when they leave, whatever that might be, so like yoga, for instance, they tend to stay sober longer. If you or someone you know is struggling with addiction, visit the Arizona Governor's Office of Youth, Faith, and Family site for resources at gyoff.az.gov.